John Brown here with Jab Bassin. I'm going to do something a little different today. People complain often that are starting to airbrush how expensive airbrush paint is, and that learning it costs too much. You make mistakes. It's expensive mistakes when you're paying $6-7 for a 1 ounce bottle of paint, and I understand that. And they ask, how can you use regular craft paint in an airbrush without it clogging up the gun or making it so hard to clean? And I'm going to show you how I do it and how easy it is. I'm going to show you some, like this is the FX flexible acrylic paint. This is Anita's all-purpose pearl metallic paint. And we're going to do the Folk Art Treasure Gold, which is a green gold. And the reason I'm going to use this has a lot of metal flake in it, and a lot of people have problems even with the airbrush paint with metal flake. So to start out, what I normally do is I get an old paintbrush handle, like these, the old disposable paintbrushes. Break the end off of it and keep these for stirring sticks. And I'm going to tell you the paint or the airbrush that I use, or I'm going to use for this one. It's a GSI Creos PS289. I don't know if you can read that or not, hopefully. Some of them they call Mr. Hobby or a Mr. Procon. It's the same airbrush. It's the PS289 Creos. And they're made in Japan, just like the Iwatas. This one has a 0.3 millimeter nozzle. Now, make sure you shake your paint up real well. The first thing you want to add is your 401 or 4011 reducer. That's what I use. I've heard you can use distilled water. I don't like using water. There's something in the reducer that seems to work better for me. I've heard you can make your own reducer out of other stuff, and that's fine. I think I said it, but in case not, make sure you shake your paint up well before you do this, which I did ahead of time. Get the back of the handle, not the thick side, the thin side of your handle. Put it down in there, probably 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And your reducer should be to the point of how much paint that you actually want to be in it. After you've mixed it, when you bring it up, I hope you can see it, it runs back down. You have a little bit sticking, but for the most part, it runs back down. And I think that's actually enough. Now you want to backwash, because you want to make sure you get all your reducer out of the tip. You don't want to be spraying it out. Most airbrushes, you either have to put your finger over it. Some people will use a Q-tip. These you actually twist a little bit and it will backwash. Okay. I keep a stack of paper towels held together with a paper clip to spray on before I spray whatever it is I'm going to, which today we're going to use black spoons. Spoons typically show the gold, silver, stuff like that better, or black, because and it lays down really nice. The worst thing about the art paint, that cheap art paint, is it's extremely thick. So, like I said, this you're basically putting more thinner than you are paint. I hope that shows good on the camera. It lays down real nice. Now what I'm going to do is dump this out in the trash can. Because the biggest problem people have is cleaning. So that what we want to do is clean it out. Normally I would do this over the trash can, but I don't want to move the camera. So let's see. And the glass cleaner that I'm using, make sure you get the kind without ammonia. You see it sprays out that green gold. And right now there's no more green gold coming out. It's already cleaned all of it out of the gun. I backwash it again. Dump it. Blow everything out that'll go out. And I use a little bit of alcohol. You can use isopropyl alcohol or what is it? Just try to get as strongest alcohol, like 90% if you can. And everything flushes right out of it. Might be better off using a flashlight. See, it's all out. Good and clean. And that has already dried. That's all there is to it. Your gun won't stop up. I've used a wad of airbrushes, done the same thing, works fine. I've used a lot of different craft paint. Every one I've used so far works that way. I hope this helps somebody out, get you started and interested in airbrushing. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below and let me know how things worked for you. Bye.